And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway and towing the slab in this one, Charlie Morton. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy, no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Kicks and deals. Goes down looking. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Third on the National League leaderboard for batting average. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Freeman, the base runner at first with one out. Next offering way off the plate. Charlie Morton, a guy who has had a pretty incredible ride. He's won the World Series twice with the Astros in 17 and with the Braves in 2021. And another ball.
Yeah, Boog, talent aside, Charlie Morton is one of those teammate favorites. Everyone you talk to talks about how great a guy he is.
And that one hit to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag as the pitcher brings it in for the out, and the runner advances to second. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get guys on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
And that is cut on and missed. 1-2. Here comes a pitch. In the dirt, but kept close. Murphy throws to first in time. They get the out on Muncy. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave one, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Truist Park, and on the hill, number 71.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
1-2 now on Acuna. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Next offering is in for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 2. Out towards right center field. Outman on his way over. Makes the grab on the run. And that will end the inning. And the Braves go down quietly. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back. And now the DH, J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez.
And a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slurve. David Peralta at the plate. 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game. That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
And he walked him.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The pitch. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
And the right-hander deals. Ground ball, could be 2. Riley over to second, on to Olsen. That's 2. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Here's Austin Riley.
For the Braves, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. On the ground to the left, and it hits the bag. No play. That's an infield single. Here's Eddie Rosario. Tap back to the mound. To second, that's 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Batting fourth, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 2 outs. And a count 1-2. Singy, this guy, Ozzie Albies, he is Mr. Personality. So much flair and that giant smile on the field. And here it comes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
top half of the third inning. And now here is James Outman, the 1-1.
Outman.
Next offering is outside. That one down the line. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line. And once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And the righty deals. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And a pitch. Runner takes off for third. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Man at second. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Pitch misses there, and a full count now.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Runner tags at second. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. 2 outs with a runner at third. Now Freeman drives one deep to right. And it bangs off the wall. And the Dodgers score first. It's 1-0. Save. He beats it.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for L.A., Will Smith. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. That one fouled off. 2-2. Freeman at second with 2 down. Next pitch is outside. Max Muncy up next for the Dodgers. At the belt and fires. Bounce to third. Riley fires to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a ball popped up. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second, and that rolls into the corner. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
Here's Orlando Arcia.
A defensive swing right there, some cheese on the inside part of the plate, but the hands are still stinging after that one.
Kicks and fires. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runner at second, nobody out. On the ground, right side. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Batting ninth, the center fielder.
So up next, Michael Harris. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To third. It's in and out of his glove. In from third is the tying run. We're tied at 1.
I'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses in. Throw safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And a 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. That one missed. Rip to third. Throw on to Freeman. They get the out on Acuna. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. The pitch. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. All tied 1-1. Back at Truist Park, and here is Max Muncy.
The third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Rosario puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's J.D. Martinez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. The line to kick the pitch. And that's a little high. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. 1 down, base is empty. Good eye right there. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
1 down. And up next for Los Angeles, David Peralta. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And now the count is even.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The pitch. The other way. And it's caught for the out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Vargas. And that one pulled foul. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. One left for LA, still tied 1-1. Bottom of the fourth, so here's Murphy now.
The catcher, John Murphy.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings here and blasts one left field. Peralta ranging back, looking up, and it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases, and that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Down the third baseman, Austin Riley. Reached on an infield single his first time. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. No outs. Runner on second. And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Eddie Rosario getting ready to hit. That hits the dirt, and it's 2-1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Righty delivers. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Snags it on the run, and that is that. Braves strand 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here in Atlanta, digging in, James Outman. Ground ball, Austin Riley. On the run, throw to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Go-ahead run on base. Miguel Rojas at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. 1-1 now. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Ian Anderson up and throwing. And a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1-2 here. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ian Anderson taking over on the mound.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Ball to strike. And a big swing and a miss. Outman stands at first with 1 out. Swings and misses, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. And now Freddie Freeman. Right-handed reliever on the corner for a strike. Now 1-2.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Outside. Anderson over to first, and he dives back in safely. And he deals. Good eye in that spot.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Will Smith waiting for a turn at the plate. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Left-hand batter waits. He goes down looking. So the Dodgers leave one. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Marcell Ozuna. Here's a 1-1. And that one off the outside edge. Activity in the bullpen. Phil Bickford looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The wind of the pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Sneaks through, base hit.
Back-to-back base hits. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run. Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Here's Matt Olson. And the pitch. And strike 2. Here's a 1-2. In the air to left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. As a run scores on the play.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1. That clips the corner.
2-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 5. It's the Braves 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at the ballpark, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Will Smith. And a payoff pitch. Got it by him for the K.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Righty to the plate. Got him. That's his second strikeout.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Now J.D. Martinez at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And misses inside. David Peralta to bat next. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Harris makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing here this half. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Dodgers 1. New pitcher on here, Yency Almonte. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. He's a good high school football player, Austin Riley. But you look at the build, you think quarterback, think maybe even linebacker. No, he's a punter. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here it comes.
Okay.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Chopped left side. Gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 8.
And next for Atlanta, Eddie Rosario. Here comes a pitch. Bullpen activity starting up now. Caleb Ferguson, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And 2 away now. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. This splits between April and May there.
Albies.
The 1-1. And there's a ball. Not even close there. And that's ball 3. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Comes the 2-2. Albies on the move. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. One left for Atlanta as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. New inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, David Peralta. The tying run at the plate. Action in the pen down there. Raisel Iglesias getting ready to go. Anderson getting cranked up as well. Here's a 2-1. They say it went.
2-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. Here's the second baseman, Miguel Vargas.
The second baseman, Miguel.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him swinging. That's the second out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And a pitch. That misses off the outside edge. Miguel Rojas waiting to bat for the Dodgers. And there's ball 4.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with them looking to tie this thing up.
Runner at first with 2 away. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 1-1. And a curve misses outside.
Typically the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
That's in there. 2-2 now. And the right-hander deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. Outman off of first with 2 away. Anderson over to first, and he just got his hand in there. Another throw over, and he's back in that time as well. The 2-2. And now it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Mookie Betts, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Gets under it and pops it up. Arcia right there to make the grab. And that'll do it. One left for L.A. They're down 2-1.
For the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Jimmy Nelson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And that one missing low. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
Man at first, Michael Harris now at the plate.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that's down and away.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. But if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it can take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Here's Acuna now. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. That's inside.
Careful.
Three-two. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Soft contact in the air, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He kind of muscled that one out there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Here's Sean Murphy. That one fouled off. 2-2. Arcia on second. Olsen at first. 2 out of the inning. Next pitch misses. Full count now. Austin Riley waits on deck. So now 3-2, and that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
Bases full, 2 gone. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here, just to remind him, focus on the hitter, don't worry about anything else.
And the righty deals. Fouls one off. 2-2. That one the other way, and no one can run it down. 1 run's in. A second scores as well. Murphy around third. Vargas with a relay home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they're up by 4.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Phil Bickford. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. So 2 down. Now the left fielder, Eddie Rosario. And a count 1-2. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. Rojas makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 5 and the Dodgers 1. We're at the top of the 8th, and now it's Mookie Betts. Ripped to third and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And a 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. On the ground. On to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, the catcher, Will.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Smith, the next to hit. That one in for a strike, 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. And it's filled up.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Line drive, base hit, and that's going to get into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. He's in there.
He was all over that one. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here comes Max Muncy.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Man on second, 2 down. That one ripped. That's back. And that ball is out of here. Max Muncy leaves the yard. His 9th homer of the year. It's 5-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Raisel Iglesias into the game.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Iglesias.
2-1 to JD. Liner to second, and picked on the hop. Fires to first. On the money. Nice play. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. On to the bottom of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Kicks and deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Up the middle. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 11.
Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves.
Arcia.
So now 1-2. And that misses off the outside edge. And the 2-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's a 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Outman has this one sized up. And that's the inning. Braves go down quickly here as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Now it's going to be David Peralta.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Out to short. Throw on to Olsen, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Up next for the Dodgers, the second baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Pitch misses. Now 3-1. At the belt and fires. High fly ball out to center field. Albies settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a pitch. Smash to the left side. On to first. Ball game. And the Braves take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Dodgers, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Truist Park, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.